You know that feeling when you're at a party and someone asks, "How's the weather?" or "Busy week?" and your brain just shrivels a little? When a simple, polite exchange feels like scaling Mount Everest with a teaspoon. There's actually a psychological reason why some of us find small talk mentally exhausting, and it goes way deeper than you think. If the thought of striking up a conversation with a stranger fills you with dread, if you meticulously plan your exit strategy from social gatherings, or if you've ever faked a phone call to avoid superficial chat, this video is going to explain exactly why your brain works this way. Let's start with what's actually happening in your brain when you're forced into small talk. For introverts, social interaction isn't just a different preference, it's a different energy system. While extroverts are often energized by external stimulation, introverts actually lose energy in similar situations. Small talk, in particular, drains your cognitive resources like a leaky battery. Your brain isn't just tired, it's undergoing a measurable depletion of mental capacity. But small talk isn't just draining. It's particularly exhausting because it demands high cognitive load for low reward. You're constantly scanning for social cues, formulating polite but often meaningless responses, and typically performing a version of yourself that feels inauthentic. Introverts thrive on depth and meaning. Small talk, by its very nature, is designed to be superficial, a filler, a social lubricant, which feels deeply unsatisfying to a brain wired for substance. Why does your brain react this way? It often comes down to how introverted brains are wired. Studies suggest introverts have a higher baseline level of arousal in their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for planning, problem-solving, and self-monitoring. This means your brain is always a bit more on alert, processing information deeply. Small talk adds to this internal noise without providing the rich, meaningful input your brain craves. And it gets better. Introverts tend to have a higher sensitivity to dopamine, meaning they need less external stimulation to feel satisfied, and too much can feel overstimulating. Small talk is like trying to fill a bucket with a leaky hose. It's a lot of effort for very little gratification, and the constant drip, drip, drip of shallow interaction becomes overwhelming. So when people say my social battery is drained, they're not exaggerating. They're describing a genuine neurological state. You're not being rude or antisocial when you need to retreat. You're preserving essential mental resources. Now let's talk about why you specifically dread small talk more than the average person. It often comes down to your core values and how you connect with the world. Introverts typically prioritize authenticity, deep connection, and intellectual engagement. Small talk feels like a performance, a transactional exchange of pleasantries that lacks genuine connection. For someone who values real understanding, it can feel like a waste of precious mental energy. Your aversion to small talk isn't a flaw. It's a reflection of your deeper need for meaningful engagement. You're not just avoiding conversation, you're avoiding superficiality. You'd rather have one profound conversation than 20 shallow ones. You choose your social interactions carefully, investing your energy where it feels genuinely rewarding and allows for genuine connection. So if you find small talk mentally exhausting, you're not broken, you're not socially awkward, and you're not being overly sensitive. You're someone whose brain craves substance, whose energy system prioritizes depth over breadth, and whose values align with authenticity. Your aversion to small talk isn't a weakness. It's a sign that you have a powerful internal world, a keen sense for genuine connection, and a healthy understanding of your own energetic boundaries. And honestly, that's beautiful. If this explained your entire personality, let me know in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into the psychology behind everyday behaviors, subscribe because we're just getting started.